Hello, everyone. It is August 1st, so today is the first day of our video challenge for the month of August. I just wanted to let you all know that or at least I am going to be going live every day in the month of August at 11 a.m. So be sure to follow along with what I'm going to talk about. And just as a little reminder, this month I'm going to focus a little bit on how speakers, coaches, entrepreneurs, and other business owners can write their book, what they need to be ready to write a book, if they're not ready to write a book, how they can become ready, and then if they are ready to write a book, what are some of those next steps that they can take to really focus and dig deep and write the book that they've always wanted to write. Now, what is really involved is a whole lot of things. So I'm going to be kind of more overview, more general. I'm not going to get into a whole lot of specifics because it's a live video, but I'm going to try to help educate you as much as I can in the time that we have each day. So today I'm actually going to talk a little bit about whether or not you are prepared to write a book. Now, there's a lot of different things that you can consider when trying to see if you're ready to write a book, but Colleen and I have really come up with about 3 things that are really important to focus on to determine if you're ready to write a book or not. So the first thing that we have really focused on is, do you have a story? Now, what does this mean? You know, if you're a coach, if you're a speaker, if you're an entrepreneur, there's a few things that you can really look at in your own personal life and your business life to see if you have a story to tell. And guess what? You do have a story to tell. We all have a story to tell. So here are some things that you might want to consider when trying to find that story. What is your expertise? Maybe you help women in business really focus on starting their own business. Or maybe you are a speaker who goes around the country, and what is your talk about? That's something that you can write a story about. Or what are some of the challenges that you've overcome in business? I know we've all gone through some challenges, and we've all overcome challenges. That's a really good way to challenge not only yourself but your readers to figure out how they can move past what's going on. And then always you can celebrate the successes that you've had. How many big name business owners have a book? It's all looking back on the success that they have and also, again, some of the challenges that they've had. So we've all been through this. So take some time and figure out exactly what your story is. Stick around to the end, and I actually have a way that I can help you find your story. Now, second, to figure out if you're ready to write a book is, do you have a list? Now, when we talk about a list, we talk about an email list, and it's really key because it's not the same as Facebook and Twitter followers because you don't really control your Facebook and Twitter followers. For some reason, Facebook tomorrow can say, oh, you're banned and you can't be on Facebook. You lose all of that access. Same thing with Twitter. However, with your email list, those emails are yours that you can do, you can market to. Now, after you sell a book to your friends and your family, who else are you going to buy to? Who else are you going to sell to? You're going to sell to the people on your list. That's a great place to start. So you want to make sure that you have a good list before you start writing. However, it's not the end of the world if you don't have a list currently, but it is important that through the time that you write up until the time you really start selling your book, that you really build a good solid base of a list that you can go and market to, like I said, after your family and after your friends have already bought the book. And then you want to make sure that you set yourself up for success from the very beginning of the writing process. So that's why we say having a list is really important when you start writing your book. And third, and not last but not least, is, do you have a plan to write? Writing a book is like running a business. You really need a plan to finish and reach that goal. We've all said that we've wanted to do something really big in our lives, but how many of us have actually sat down, focused, and got that plan, or got a plan ready so that you can accomplish that something big? We don't want to stress you out by saying, oh, you have to write your book in, a month or in a weekend or, any time frame that's really hard for you. However, we want you to really sit down and focus on what you can do, because it's really important that you have a plan so that you can accomplish your big goal of writing a book. It can take some time and it can be a little involved, and we want to make sure that you have the right plan in place so that you can accomplish what you want to do. Now, going back a little bit, do you have a story? Colleen and I have actually created a 10-question survey that you can answer to discover whether or not you have a story. And like I said, we all do have a story, but it's helping you discover what your story really is. Now, we know that one of the hardest things that authors really come across is really finding out what they want to write about. And this guide that we have created has really been able to help authors find out what they want to write about. So if you want to figure out your story, you can go and download our free guide. It's called An Entrepreneur's Guide to Find Their Story, and we have the link in the video here. So you can go there and download that video. Now, I want to thank you for listening, and I also want you to look for Colleen later today. She's going to be going on around 3 o'clock this afternoon to do her lives, and also remember to come and watch me tomorrow morning again at 11 a.m. live, and I hope to see you all then. Have a wonderful day.